everyone, welcome back to another video. Thank you for joining me as we continue on with perhaps the final of the Anden quest line, I guess is what we should call it. We have Claire back in Il Mheg, and I tried to take on a little bit more of a pixie appearance for her just for this time. I think she's adorable. And I love these wings. I really do love these wings. But anyway, let's go ahead and speak with Anden. Good morning, Claire. I feel likely to regain the rest of my memories at any moment. Just a little further, I'm sure to recall my true form. Okay. Robert once boasted a high population of artisans who crafted armor and weapons and all sorts of little things. I have no doubt a master craftsperson stands somewhere in these flowering fields, a leaf man forever dreaming of creation. For me? I cannot fully express how grateful I feel, Claire. Oh, thank you, and thank you again. Okay, so let's hand over the rest of the sheep. So I'm pretty sure that this is the last of the quest, and we're going to find out exactly what Anden is. I'm guessing he's a Hure? That's my best bet. I must say, recently it feels easier than ever to recall details of my former life. I'm all aflutter, and I don't mean the breeze through my branches. I have little doubt that it's all thanks to you and these incredibly familiar supplies you've been bringing me. The desire to put my hands on them is overwhelming. Oh boy, so I wonder what he's gonna look like. Yes, I know these waves of inspiration well. Without a doubt, I passed many a happy evening absorbed in my crafting. I remember making and selling all sorts of things. Sheepskin rugs, for instance, and they fetched a good price, too. Nothing warms a stone house better. You had a warm, fluffy rug in your house, too, Anden. Oh, it was so very, very soft and lovely for snoozing. Oh, I did, didn't I? I remember becoming so absorbed in the finer points of crafting and leatherwork that I once petitioned different sorts of skin from this minstrel hunter I knew. What was their name again? Oh, here we go. Yeah, you should be used to it by now. Yes, I had a feeling this was coming. You know me all too well, Anden. But you don't have to restrain yourself. I do so love it when you bluster and fluster and wiggle about in delightful confusion. Go on, go on. Be flustered on command? That's not... How am I supposed to... Oh, I'm doing it, aren't I? That reminds me, they say there's a fiery red minstrel made entirely of crystal who is friends with our king. Any friend of the king must be friends with their sapling, right? Ah, Graha. I knew it. Oriange and the crystal minstrel. What lovely friends you have. Friends. Do you suppose I had friends? I remember a particular group of people with whom I associated. Yes, they would help me with work sometimes, and... Oh no, is this who I think it is? Oh, that's right! Those people I've been remembering. They were travelers. A galgant, 2 elves, a dwarf, and a minstrel. Eh? There was one more, wasn't there? Who was it? Hume? Of course! Oddbirds! I knew it! Wait, what's that look for? Do you know Oddbird as well? Oh, buddy, more than you could imagine! What a coincidence! Well, I suppose he did traverse the realm on his various adventures, but he and his comrades spent a winter here once. They helped me with all sorts of little requests and errands, and at the end of a long day's work, we often broke bread together. Our first meeting was rather dramatic, though. I seemed to give them all quite a shock, but after that initial awkwardness, we became fast friends. If ever they ventured nearby, they would always make a point to call. Wait, why would they? Oh no. Wait, why were they so shocked by me? Something feels odd. Don't tell me it was because he looked like Oddbert. Is that it? He looked a lot like Oddbert, and oh, that would be so weird. He considers you a familiar friend. Oh my god, a familiar friend-like face. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing at this point. Through your effort, Anden has remembered much and more about his former life. It seems, however, that he has a different sort of question to ask you. Okay, so, we got the new quest, so this is going to be the last one, and what's he going to ask us? Like, I mean, are we going to tell him that, like, Oddbert is here, technically? Every Anden of the rainbow. Anden is deep in thought, or so one may assume. His face remains inscrutably leafy. You, Claire, travel far and wide as Oddbert once did. Tell me, what sort of encounter would leave one so forthright as at a loss for words? Well, yeah, talking shrub, personal to myself. I need to ask Oddbert, why not consult Seto instead? I don't think we're gonna be able to go and speak with Seto, but yeah, one with a person all too like myself, I guess. I mean, if he really does end up looking like Oddbert, like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh, yes, that would certainly warrant some shock. Can you imagine another me running around somewhere? Frivolous head and all? Felolious head and all? Ugh. Leaf-man hybrids notwithstanding, to meet your own reflection would be a rare experience indeed. Rare occurrences. Unexpected meetings. Oh, that's why none of Ailtwee's glamours fell quite right. Claire, call the Fairy King. I think I remembered who I am. Oh boy, I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm kind of scared though. Alright. Fair Ool, my most beautiful and beloved branch, I need you. That ought to get their attention. Oh, to be called so passionately by my sweetest sapling, my spirit is all song. Of course, your branch has come to offer up the full extent of their power, just as they promised. Leafman, heed me well. If these magics are to fail, you will melt into the earth as naught but an agglomeration of soil and grime. Have you remembered your true form, marrow to soul? Yes, I have, I think. Very well then, let's see what you become. Oh my god! I did not think of that! Oh, a V's! Or Vieta, whatever you prefer. It worked! I'm a person, a real person! Just look at me. I haven't got roots or leaves or anything anymore. I'm free! Oh, Anden, true Anden, how I have missed you most of all Andens. Wow, yeah, this was not what I was expecting, but I'm pleasantly surprised. It makes sense, doesn't it? Men such as I are hardly a common sight even amongst our own people. I'm sure Oddbird never expected to meet one of us out here. It's all coming back to me now. I left the Great Wood to explore the outside world, came to Verbert, met my very first sheep, and the rest is history. I was truly happy as a shepherd, if it were not for the flood. Of course, the flood! My village, did it survive? I must go and see what became of it. You're leaving, Anden, but you never left, not even when those white beasties came to slurp you up and crunch your bones. Leafless man, understand, we pixies are not wont to release the mortals we adore. As you yourself are one so favored by the Fae, I grant you permission to remain in the kingdom of rainbows, if such is your wish. In your true and rightful form, of course. However, you are no longer bound to our land. You are free to travel the wide realm, as does my brave sapling. Think carefully upon your decision, mortal, that you have no cause to regret it. Oh, I have so enjoyed this time with you, my adorable, dearest sapling. Let us meet again soon. Yes, very soon. I really do miss them. It is so good to still see them once in a while. So what is he going to do? I mean, I think it's clear Anden's not going to leave, but... You okay? Foolish, foolish Anden! Oh, I can't let him leave! I shan't! You okay, Anden? Have you ever been to the Ratika Greatwood, Claire? I don't imagine you had cause to visit the V settlements there. Oh, buddy. You have no idea. An ally of Ronka? And you've been to Fanau? Well then. My village is far deeper in the woods, but Fanau might well be a good place to start. Would you be willing to accompany me that far? To be honest, I'm not sure I could explain myself with any credibility if questioned. Thank you. Your presence is more reassuring than you know. No! No, 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 no! How could you, Anden? After I tried so hard to keep you safe, after I told the others to give you leaves and roots so those awful monsters couldn't touch you, so you could live happily ever after with your precious sheep. You turned me into a leaf man to protect me? Oh, Il Mheg. My apologies, Claire. I think Il Mheg and I need some time to speak alone. Go on to Fan now, would you? I'll meet you there. There's no need to fret, Il Mheg. I'm just going to visit, nothing more. Oh, I've heard that one before. They say Fanau is filled with pretty, pretty V's, lady V's. You're going to leave forever and forget all about me. I forbid it. You mustn't go. Oh, Anden, please don't go. Well, he's not... I mean... I'm pretty sure he's going to come back, but come on, you gotta at least let the guy find out if he has like any other family that survived the flood, but to be fair, I mean, the odds are pretty slim. There's also the slim chance that he could be, you know, eaten alive by some of the female Vs here. I mean, it's possible. But then again, his true love seems to be sheep, so I don't think that they have to worry about him leaving forever. Whoa, what's that? That was weird. There you are. I hope you weren't waiting over long. It's been quite some time since I navigated these woods, or had legs. You there, halt! Oh no, don't tell me! An unidentified male blundering graciously through the trees like a child. You're lucky the scout thought to call me before anyone else. But to think we would meet again, Gillet. Giltet? Ah, of course, Giltet. Which makes you Talina. It just came back to me. Anden is an assumed name, you see. My birth name is Giltet. And this person who looks quite a lot like me is... Talina, Giltet's younger sister. 'Tis an honor to make your acquaintance, ally of Ronka. What are the odds? The forest spoke to me of your departure, but after the flood, I had given up on ever seeing you again. And to willingly part with your name is one thing, but to forget it entirely... What did the outside world do to you, brother? I don't know how to explain. Kind of a long story, and not sure how much you'll believe. I hardly believe what I'm hearing, Giltet. While we were fleeing intermittable disaster, you were too captivated with your sheep to so much as seek shelter, spared certain death only by the caprice of the Fae. You've spent the intervening time as a leaf man, blissfully unaware of your own existence. Intermittable disaster. So our village, Painful though it was, abandoning the village when we did spared many a fate worse than death. Many, but not all. Some fell to sin eaters, while others have since left the woods as you did. You may not find many you recognize here, Giltet. If you decide to return to the Great Wood even so, however, I would welcome you. I had best return to Il Mheg. Someone needs to look after the sheep. Really? Aww. I also owe a great debt to someone there. The very same someone who transformed me, actually. I too assumed that they had made me into a leafman on a whim, but that's not the case. It was all to ensure that I wouldn't become something far worse, that even part of the true me might safely live on. turn my back on them after that seems... gosh. But I would never abandon my little sister either. Perhaps I can visit as my duties allow? Unfettered, yet honor-bound. Not even being changed into a bush can take that from you, I see. Very well. Come and visit when you have the chance. I'm sure the other girls would be glad of it. Good Beast boys, or any Beast boys for that matter, are in low supply these days, so I suggest you leave ere you find yourself swarmed by suitors, unless that sounds like better fun than your sheep. Oh, come on! I mean, he's been out of action for a long time, so... Your sage guidance is noted, sister. Truly, Talina, I am glad to see you well. Let us speak again soon. I'd best return to the hunts, but you have my thanks. Oh boy, I mean, that's certainly interesting. I think that, I mean, I don't know. I think a lot of people would have taken advantage of that offer. I'm just saying. Okay, so let's get back and reassure them that we brought Anden home, or Giltit. No, I like Anden better. I can at least pronounce that correctly. He came back! Anden came home! I'm glad we both got out of there without any fuss. That smirk on Talina's did not bode well for me. Can't believe our village is gone, but I'm grateful to have seen my sister again. I've even remembered my birth name. Always liked it, but when I left the forest, I thought taking a local name would straighten my resolve. Thus, Anden the shepherd was born. A good verbitite sheep keep with a good verbitite name. And seeing as I am still a verbitite sheep keep, or close enough to one anyway, I think I'll stay Anden for the time being. Oh, my thoughts are finally clear. Finally, I feel like my old self, true and whole. Thank you for helping me, Claire. I simply couldn't have done it without you. Oh, I'm so happy you came back, Anden. I was ready to throw you into a scary, sticky dream if you didn't. Just as I promised, I can't wait to get back to shepherding, and I have a debt or two to repay where you're concerned, Eltwee. Silly Anden, you don't owe me anything at all. Don't you remember? You used to leave out little offerings of sheep's milk and sweeties all the time. Say that you remember. Oh, I did, didn't I? I'd heard tales of pixies that lived in these parts, so I made a point to leave them little things I thought they might enjoy. Call it a force of habit from my days attending woodland spirits. You don't mean to say... I do, Anden. Long ago, this land was ruled by people, and those people never really believed we pixies were anything more than clever little stories. And why should they? We always kept ourselves snugly out of sight with glamours. But you believed in us, kind, sweet, trusting Anden, would always leave us treats and milk. Oh, I've never known such happiness. So I watched over you always, Anden, even when it was hard to, even when you were in such peril but refused to leave your flock. I couldn't watch you turn into one of those monsters. I had to do something to repay all your kind and generous gifts. That's why I turned you into a leaf man, so you could stay safe and whole with the sheep you loved most. But if you wish to thank me with bustles and bustles of adorable little things, Anden, I shan't say no. I can't say no. Not to you, my true and lovely Anden.
Oh, the flattery of yours, but I can tell it would make you happy, and that rather makes me happy. So I'll prepare some milks and sweets for you again sometime.
That's right, Anden. Dearest Anden, let us live happily and together forever and ever and ever after and on.
Well, the king said I should think carefully, and I believe I reached a decision that suits me well. Better than ever, in fact. Mortals are fine, I suppose, but I feel freer amongst these fey folk. And now that I can hold things again, I can craft and trade for whatever my flock might need. The lurking leafman illustrations of my former colleagues, not to mention myself, are still rather unnerving, though. Come to think of it, as long as I'm here, I may as well serve as a sort of guide for any mortals who unwittingly stumble into Il Mheg. It's been quite a while since I've had to consider such things, but what are people wearing these days? No, wait, it may be best if you show me. If you find something that would make me look welcoming and approachable, I would be most happy to try it on.
I don't know, I mean, you look pretty good with that. But I got a outfit or two that you might like. Funny how fashion really hasn't changed much in 100 years here. Okay, so we have future Anden quests. Yay! Whew. Oh, a box of pretty things. Alright, and... oh, hello! What's this? Labor of leave. Iltwi is looking particularly pleased with themselves. Ooh, sapling of the king. I have a fascinating delight to show you. But he seems to have wandered off somewhere. Could you look for him, please? And when I say him, I mean another Anden. You'll know him once you find him. You'll see.
Ah, the mounts! Almost forgot about this. We get our own little leafman mount. So, he's up here. Okay, another Anden. How many Andens are there? Floating lump of leaves looks strikingly like an Anden you once knew. Perhaps this is what Iltree is seeking. Okay. This leafman is straining to communicate, but unlike Anden, it seems incapable of speech.
Oh, you found him. Now I've prepared this sweet shrublet for a very special reason. Will you hear it? As long as I had known him, I have always longed to speak with Anden. Oh, how I hoped and pined. Then suddenly my wish came true. Now here I am spending day after day talking and laughing and playing with you both. I don't think any pixie has ever known such fun. That is why I wish to repay your kindness with a little gift. Not a talking leaf man, but a walking leaf man. His name is Anden the Third.
Why Anden the Third?
I borrowed some of the original Anden's leaves after pruning him. Twist a branch there, nip a bud here, and there you have it. Oh, isn't he adorable? Your very own personal Anden.
Okay.
Speaking of personal, I mustn't keep you long, lest the king think I'm trying to steal away their precious sapling. As though I would, when I have Anden. Oh, Anden.
Oh my god, wait, it's not a minion. Oh my god, it's a leaf man head. Oh, I gotta see this. I really gotta see this. Yo. I'm sorry, it's just funny. It really is just so funny. Okay, well, I think we're done here, but I have a couple things left to do. Claire, always good to see you, my friend. And... okay, we can do that later, but let's cast Glamour on Anden. Let's see what we can dress him up as. A bunch of stuff. Ooh, that looks nice. Yeah, I can imagine this as a shepherd, and not just because shepherd's in the name. I think he'll be comfortable with this. Yep, I think that's good. Looks good on him! Okay, so let's go ahead and craft just a handful more of these. So I'll go ahead and just skip over just real quick. Alright, there we go. That's all 3. There, always good to see you, my friend. Okay, make a delivery. We'll turn these over for the week. Yeah, it looks like he's still saying the same thing. It's not as funny when it's not coming from a talking bush head, though. I'm just saying. Thank you for bringing me so many nice things, Claire. It's always good to chat with another person. These pixies certainly make their own fun, but their games can get rather exhausting at times. Alright, we're done with that. It's good to see you. Nope, how about you? Take good care of Anden the Third, won't you? I made him with oh so much affection. Of course. So speaking of which, let's go ahead. I gotta try it. I just gotta. Oh, look at her. It suits you, Claire. Okay. Now we can summon Anden the Third Mount. In gratitude for your kindness, the Pixie Ale Twig gifted you this peculiar ambulatory plant which they created from the leaves of the original Anden after pruning him. While it resembles its namesake, it lacks the power of speech, and there is no telling what thoughts lie behind its permanently horrified expression. Kind-hearted as we pixies are, we decided to turn him into a lovely leaf man. Not sure if that's a good thing. Yay! Oh, this is too funny! Look at him go! Oh, is he leaving like a trail of leaves behind? Oh, I love that. Anyway, I wanted to show you guys real quick the little house, like the ruins up on the cliffs, because I finally went over to check on them one day, and yeah, I found a nice little surprise. So I'm just going to show you real quick, and I think we'll call it a day right there. Well, that was certainly a very different set of quests, but I enjoyed them. I really did. I am glad that we are spending just a little bit more time here in the first, because, I mean, we really don't need to come back here that often, but Anden's heir, so this was once his home. That's a nice little surprise. Anyway, everyone, that's it for now. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you're all looking forward to what comes next. And until next time, everyone, take care.